Dear friends, welcome back to Automate with Rakesh. In this video, we are going to start the AI Center course. This course is designed for beginners. This is not going to be just a theory, but we are going to create a project using AI Center and UiPath Studio. So let's see the agenda. The very first thing, we are going to navigate to AI Center and understand how you can create a project in AI Center. And then we are going to understand AI Center tabs. You can see dashboard, what is dataset, what is data labeling, ML packages, pipeline, ML skills. All these tabs we will try to understand them. And then we will create a project that would be on fruit image analysis project using AI Center and UiPath Studio. This is going to be very interesting. Let's continue. And do not forget that you should not skip the video if you would like to learn in detail one step at a time. So let's not skip the video. Let's watch till the end. The very first thing, to access AI Center, you have to log into cloud.uipath.com. And as you open Orchestrator in the same panel here, right, here you would find something called AI Center. Now, in case you do not see AI Center, I have the previous video where I have taught you how you can enable AI Center. You can watch that. In case you still do not have an AI Center, then you can still watch this entire video and learn the entire concept how the projects are implemented using AI Center. So let's begin. I'm going to click on this AI Center. And here I can create a project. Pretty simple. So click on create project and give some name. So I'm going to write some name. So I'm going to say, because this is for the fruit image analysis, right? So I'm going to say fruit image analysis. And then you can provide some project description. I can say using UiPath AI Center machine learning packages, we are going to test and develop fruit image analysis project, right? So in this project, we are going to provide some fruit images to the ML model, and it should automatically detect and tell us, okay, this fruit is an apple, this fruit is a banana, right? So that is the kind of testing we would like to do. You can write more description as required. Now let's say pretty simple, giving all the names, and all you have to do, hit on create. Okay, the moment you create, this is the window that you would see. This is the window that you are going to see. Now what happens? The very first option is the dashboard. By default, the dashboard is open. In the dashboard, you would find created by, who created the project, their email address, at what time this was created, the description of the project that you have given, that is shown here, right? So this is the dashboard where you find dataset, ML packages. So right now it is a blank project, so all of this are blank. But again, this is where you find all the details. Simple. Now the next tab, all you need to do is understand all the tabs. That's all. Now the second tab is dataset. So what is dataset? Now, machine learning we have understood, right? It's a module, it's a code having a lot of codes inside that. Now that module needs to be trained. For that, I am going to provide certain images. Our project is on fruit image analysis. So what kind of images shall I provide to the machine learning? I shall provide the fruit images. I would like to train the machine learning package with the fruit images. So here I am going to show you how you can create and upload your images, right, for this project, and how can you create a dataset. Dataset is nothing but your images, it could be documents, it could be anything, right? Set of data. So data sets. I'm going to show that in just in few minutes. Then next is data labeling. Data labeling, for example, this is mostly for the text related analysis, right? Text analysis you would like to do. You have a unstructured data, a legal document, a lot of legal documents, and you like to do a ML you would like to use the ML and do a data labeling, like what is this? In this document, if you find this number ABC-1234, that is a registration number. So those kind of a labeling that I would be doing with the data labeling, because this project is around the image analysis, not a text analysis. So we would not be using the data labeling, but in the upcoming videos, you would see them how to use it. Okay. So data labeling means, just remember, text based analysis. You are labeling something, right? This is what, this is that. So you are labeling. The third tab is ML packages. So ML packages are the real core of this AI center. Using these ML packages, you are going to build your project. Your project is dependent on this one, right? This is what the main important area is, ML package. I will show you how you can utilize these ML packages. UiPath has got its own out-of-box ML packages. There are also open source ML packages. I'm going to show you. This is the heart of the AI center. This is where your actual code, the ML packages, resides. I'm going to show that. This will be pretty interesting. Next comes pipelines. Pipelines, more like, so you have created a package, you have selected a ML package. After that, you would like to run using your data set. So you have certain images. Let's say I have selected, let me show you ML packages. So here there are multiple, for example, UiPath image analysis, there is a ML package. If I'm going to use this particular code behind the scene of the machine learning package, now this requires two things: your data. You provide the data, it will use the data and give you the output, right? So pipeline is more like running a job in orchestrator. In orchestrator, you have created your automation, you have created a process, and then you run it. So when you run it, right, this is where in AI center called pipeline, you are running that and seeing whether your ML package is doing the right job or not with the data that you have provided. Okay. Next thing, the ML skill. So now you have tested, you have run the job, you have tested in within the AI center, it gave you proper results. Now you would like to use that in your UiPath Studio. I'm going to show you that how you can use using ML skills. So you have to create the ML skill. So this might be slightly confusing when you start, but it is actually very, very easy. I'm telling you, it is very, very easy. All you have to simply continue with me till the end of the video. And the last one is the ML logs. So whatever you have done, created, uploaded data. So all those logs would be there, more like in orchestrator. When you run a job, you upload up. So the logs are been stored, right? The same thing, the logs are stored for the AI center here. So this is all you need to know. Before you get started, your AI center, let's say you have already got access to AI center, ensure your UiPath assistant, UiPath Studio, all are connected to the same tenant, right? So all are connected, all looks green, then you start it. There is also other ways, but as a beginner, ensure your studio is connected to the same tenant. Your assistant is also, your assistant is connected to the same tenant. That's all you need. Okay, so now we can get started. Imagine some of us might not have access to the AI center, but don't worry, by watching this video, you will be able to learn everything in detail. So why delay? Let's start the fruit image analysis project. For this, the very first thing that you need is images. So where can you download images? For this, let's go back to our Chrome. And here, let me search for a website called Kaggle. So here you can sign into this website. I have already signed in. Now on this website, you would find something called datasets, kaggle.com and datasets. Go here to the dataset. And here in the dataset, type fruits. So here you have lot many datasets available for you. You can see 1 GB, 7 GB, 65 MB, 214 MB. I'm going to go with a very less MB, which is fruit classification. This is the image which I would like to download. It is just a 89 MB. That should be enough for your learning purpose. Now, one important thing, you have to look at the license. So license is a public domain. So what is the, what is the meaning of this? The person who associated a work with this deed has dedicated the work to the public domain by waiving all of his or her rights, the work worldwide under copyright law, including all related and neighboring rights. So CC0 is, no copyright. So we can go ahead and download this. All you do simply hit on download. I have downloaded this already. Let me show you. So this is where you'd see this fruits classification once you download. Now, once you open this, you would find there is a test folder, there is a train folder, there is a valid folder. Now, how it works with UiPath Studio, let me show you. Now, for UiPath Studio, for AI Center, how it works, let me show you. Now, images, you need two kinds of images. One is to train. You will have images to train them. And then the second thing you need images to evaluate. So once you have trained, let's say you have trained someone, you would like to evaluate and understand whether the training was successful or not, whether it is working properly or not, right? So you need images for evaluation. That's all. These are the two things that you need. One is for training, you need images. For evaluate, you need images. Now let me go back to the folder. So here you have got certain images for train. You can see they have got multiple different fruits: apple, banana, grapes, mango, and strawberry. And if you open them, there are like, so many images. I think 2000 plus images are there in, in almost all the folders. So if I go to banana, you can see so many images are there, right? 3000 something. Some images are there. Now what you need, and the same thing you have for valid. Valid is nothing but evaluation, what I was talking about, right? Train and evaluation. Here also you have got some images. You can see it here, around 2000 images are there. So you have got all the images. Now what you have to do, I will tell you step by step. Okay, let me go to the notepad. So here for train, you need 80% of your images. For example, you have 100 images. You need approximately, it's not an exact count, approximately you should keep 80% of your images for training purpose. And then you should keep around 20% of your images for evaluation, just to see whether the training happened properly or not, right? Is the machine learning model is working properly or not? For that, you will test using this evaluate, right? Evaluate images, where you have to keep 20. So imagine 100 images are there. 80 images I'm going to use it for training purpose, and 20 images I am going to use for evaluate. So 80%, 20%. That is how you have to divide. Now this is the rule. Now let's go back to the folder. Now what I have done, because I do not need too many images for learning purpose, what I have done, I have created a small data set. Out of that, I copied it. I created two folders. So creating this folder also plays a very important role. So first you will create a folder called training. And then you would also create a blank folder called evaluation. In the blank training folder, the subfolder, it is a rule, okay? The subfolder that you have to create is images. Let me write it. So how you are creating images? How to create a training and evaluation folder. This is important. So what I will do, the very first folder you will name it as training, and then inside that you will name it as images. Keep it all in lowercase, okay? Images should be, keep it in lowercase, images, and inside that you will keep your subfolders. And same goes with evaluation. Again, you will have a subfolder called images. This subfolder images is important. Okay, images, and inside images you should keep all your pictures. So designing this is important, otherwise your training will fail, right? When you are running the pipeline, that time it will fail. What is pipeline? Everything you'll get to know. But remember, this is how you have to create. Now let me go back. So what I have done, you can see training and evaluation I've created. And inside this folder, I have created a subfolder called images. All I have written in lowercase, images. Now let me show you why you need to, have subfolders in this fashion. First, you need to have training, then inside this images. Let me tell you why. All you do, go to your browser and type UiPath image classification with AI Center, right? You would find a link called image classification AI Center. Click on this link. Now, once you click on this link, if you scroll little down, here it talks about dataset format, how your data should be formatted. For training and evaluation datasets, point to a folder with a subfolder called images. So this is a rule. This is how the ML package will accept your images. So the rule is what? Once you have a training folder, inside that you should have a images folder, and inside that you can have multiple subfolder of your images. Like in our case, we have apple, orange, banana, like that we can take it. So this is the rule. Similar way, if you are having evaluation folder, inside that again you would have image bus. So this is how you have to have the images set. Okay, so let me show you how you have to do. So I have got images folder. So what I have done till now, I have created a dataset folder, the main folder. Inside that I have created two folders called training and evaluation. Okay, here the E and T you can keep capital, that doesn't matter. And then once you go inside, this should be written like this, images. I have written in lowercase. Inside this images folder, I have created three folders. Now in that, in the main downloaded file, if you see, if you go to the train, you have multiple different fruit images: apple, banana, grape, mango, strawberry. I have only taken some three fruits. Okay, let me go back to my data set. And here I have kept apple, mango and strawberry. Only three fruits I have taken for learning purpose. Now here I'll open apple, and inside this what I have done, I have only kept somewhere around 50 images for apple. So all you do, inside that original one you have 3000, only copy the top 50. Okay, so I've kept all the top 50 images here. Okay, so I've got all the 50 images. Now let me go one step back, and the same thing I have done it for mango. I have got around 50 images. You can see it here. Okay, I've got around 50 images. And the same thing, if I go back to images for strawberry, again I have got some 50 images. Okay, for strawberry I have got 50 images. So all I have done is kept limited number of images in the training folder, which is 50 images total. Okay, so I've kept 50 images for the training. So training folder have you created? Done. The next thing you have to create similar way, evaluation folder. Inside that you have to keep images, the same structure. Okay, evaluation images, and again apple, mango, strawberry. So I said 80-20%, right? So here you can keep minimum images. So here you can see I hardly few images. It's not 50, hardly some, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So around 30-35 I have kept. You can keep even less than that. That should be fine. So here for the evaluation I have kept some images. I copied from where? I copied from fruit classification. There's something written called valid. Okay, so from here I've copied apple, banana, apple, mango and strawberry. Okay, the same images you have kept for training. For example, in the training, what are the images I have taken? Apple, mango, strawberry. Same thing, there I have got 50 images. And for the evaluation images I have kept few of apple images, then mango images, then I've got strawberry images. Clear? A little less amount of images I have kept here. So 80-20% rule you can follow approximately. It's not have to be exactly, approximately you have to follow. So now the very first thing what we have done, you have to create the folder. This is the very important step. Okay, creating data set folders as per the above rule. This is very important for you to do the image analysis. So now our folder is ready. Okay, all you have to do now, let's switch to AI Center. Okay, I'm back to my AI Center. All I have to do, click on data sets. Pretty simple. Now your images are set. You have downloaded the images. You have kept minimum images. If you keep so many images, it will take a lot of time to run. That's why I've kept little number of images which I can easily run and show you. For training purpose, that should be more than enough. I've gone to dataset and then I'm going to click on upload folder. And here I'm going to click on drag and drop, or you can drag and drop, or you can click, and I'll go to the place where I have kept my images. I'll go to dataset. The very first thing, highlight the training and I'm going to upload. I'm not going to get inside this subfolder. I'll simply highlight the training and I'm going to upload. And I'm going to hit on upload. So now what is happening? I am uploading the training data. And then all you have to do, you can write a description if you need, and you can hit on upload. So what you have done till so far, uploaded the training data set, training images you have uploaded for the machine learning. Okay. All right. So upload is in progress. Let's wait for a few seconds. So now you can see, if you go to the data sets, what happened? The training folder got uploaded. If you click on the training folder, what you see inside training, there is another folder called images. This is how it should be. Okay. Images. And if you click on the images, then you have apple, mango, strawberry. If you click on any of the folder, you would find all those JPG, PNG, all kind of images are available for apple. Similar way, it is available for mango and strawberry. Getting it? So right now what we have done, we have uploaded training dataset. Similar way, we have to upload the evaluation. After training, you have to test, right? You have to evaluate. So for that, hit on upload folder, click on this. I'll go to my dataset, evaluation, and hit on upload. Hit on upload. It'll tell you how many files are there on the top, and then hit on upload. Now wait for a few seconds. If you have more number of images, it might take more time to even upload. So I've kept minimum number of images, which can happen very quickly. So now if I click on datasets, you can see evaluation folder is uploaded, and inside the I have images folder, and then apple, mango, strawberry. So I have got two sets. One is that for training set, the other is for evaluate. So training has got large number of images. Evaluation would have around 80-20 division. What is being approximately, you have to follow that. So now data set is understood. Data set, we have uploaded the images. Now next thing comes data labeling. Now as I said, data labeling is around text analysis. We are doing what? Image analysis. So this option, you don't have to do anything with this. So ignore this and move on to machine learning packages. Getting it? So what we have done, uploaded the data set, training and evaluation, then data labeling, nothing to do with this particular tab. You move on to ML package. In the ML package, here you would find multiple options. Upload zip file, out of the box packages, import machine learning packages. If you have already created machine learning package using Python IDE or any other options available, then you should go for this one. Upload zip file. I already have a prepared zip file. You have to go with this. Now as a learning, you have to click on out of the box packages. So what is this out of the box packages? This contains all the machine learning models created by UiPath and also open source machine learning models. So the ones that are created by UiPath, UiPath computer vision, UiPath document understanding, UiPath image analysis, UiPath language analysis. So they have written UiPath. The title will start with UiPath. The open source ones would have something like this: image analysis, language analysis, language comparison, language translation, tabular data. Like that, there are a couple of open source out of the box ML learning models are available. So the machine learning model for our project, we are going to select is UiPath image analysis, the UiPath created by UiPath. I'll simply click on this particular tab, right? Click on that particular card. So once you click on the UiPath image analysis, so do not get confused. In the out of box, you have a normal image analysis also. This is open source. I am going to use what? UiPath built image analysis for this project. I'm going to click on this, and then I have got image classification, signature verifier, signature comparison. So here I would go with image classification model. Just click on this. So here you would find a description of that. This preview model is retrainable. That means you can provide your own data set and train this model. Deep learning model used to classify images. This is to classify. It can easily understand if you provide an image, what image is that. You can train it on your own data and create a ML skill to perform image classification. You can train with your own data. So we have downloaded the data and uploaded the data to datasets. Great. So you can go through this entire description, and all you have to do, nothing to do much here. All you do, select the top level package that is available. Now at the moment I see 23.2.0. Whatever is available on your screen, the top package, you can go with any of this, but I would go with the latest one. Okay, I've gone with the latest one because if there are bugs they would have fixed, and the latest one is the right one to use, right? So I'm going with the latest available option. So for you, whatever is available, go with that. And I'm going to hit on submit. Okay, so once you hit on submit, it'll ask you, okay, what is the name would you like to give to the package? This machine learning model, what would you like to give the name? So we'll keep the simple name. So because it's a machine learning package, I will say ML package, or I'll say PKG, whatever your style is. So I'll say machine learning package, and I will say fruit image. Fruit image. Machine learning package, fruit image. The version number is selected. Okay. Now here it is asking for description, input description, and output description. Now let me go back to the page that I've shown you. UiPath image classification. If you come to this page, it also has something called a JSON format for output description. JSON with identified label for images and confidence score between 0 to 1. This is how it will appear. All I'm doing, I'll simply copy this. I'll go back to my AI Center. And here, these are not mandatory options. You can leave it as it is, but I would like to paste it here. Just copy paste. And because we are dealing with fruits, I'll take some example. Let's say apple. And this is how the output description. It is more like a description. Okay. It is nothing to do. It's more like a description how the things will appear as an output. So here all you have to do, hit on submit. So the second thing what we have done, the very first thing, we have uploaded the data set in training and evaluation. And then the next thing what we have done, went to ML packages. We went to out of box packages, and here we would find UiPath and the open source. We have selected the UiPath image analysis, and once we went inside, we have clicked on image classification. Click on submit, and then we have given the names, right? Once you submit, you will give the names and put the output description, and done. So once you have created this, if you go to ML packages, okay, if you go to ML packages and scroll down, here the one that you have created, I have written machine learning PKG fruit image, that you would find it here. And the status of this, it will say undeployed. You have not still used it. It's saying undeployed. So you have selected your package. Now the next thing, you have to run it. Like in orchestrator, once you have created automation, you will upload that to the tenant packages folder from your studio, and then you will run a job to see whether your automation is running or not. The same thing, it is called pipeline. Pipeline means you are running that ML package with your dataset and understanding whether your machine learning model is working or not. So these two things you have understood pretty clearly. Now let's move on to pipeline. Pipeline means just think running a job, more like that. Okay, pipeline. Click on pipeline and click on create new. What you did, click on pipeline and then click on create new. And here there are three options available: full pipeline, train, run pipeline, evaluation, run pipeline. So the very first thing what you have to do, first you have to train. Then what you have to do, you have to evaluate. Then what you have to do, you have to do a full pipeline to see whether it's working or not. So here in this, for this project, we will first go with train pipeline. First you would like to train, right? We haven't trained yet. So first thing you have to select here is train. It is more like running a job. You are training it. Okay. Train, run. Simple. After that you provide a name to it. So I will say fruit, same thing. I will say ML PKG, the similar name you have given, ML PKG package, and I will say train. And then you will select your package. So what is the package we have created? The machine learning package here. machine learning package fruit image. I will select that. And then choose the package major version. So here, whatever the version that you see it here, you select it, the latest one. And here for the minor version, all you do is select 0. So this is how you have to start. Your training should always go with the exact version of the package, and then you just select 0 here. Okay. And then choose the input data set. For training, if you simply click on this, it will bring this page. And you see your data set will be shown here. So in the data set, we have uploaded training and evaluation. So in this, I'm going to select the training folder. So if you click on this, it will take you to images. If you again click on this, it will take you to all this. Okay. You should not do all this. Go back to the data set. All you do, highlight the training and hit on select. Getting it? Highlight the training and hit on select. So what happened? Finally, you would find here training. So what I'm trying to do, I am going to train the ML package with my data set, training data set. Okay, all these things are clear. And then all you have to do, simply hit on. So look at this, all these things are there. I will leave as it is. Okay, model epochs, how many iterations? 20 iterations I would like to run. Okay, so I will leave everything as it is. Okay, enable GPU, we can do it, but for this model, let me show you the documentation. What is it? I think this is the documentation. Here they have put a note. This model runs smoothly on CPU, but you may encounter issues while running on GPU during the preview. Because these are all preview models at the moment, running through GPU you might encounter issues. So what I will do, I'll go back to my AI Center, and here while you are creating the pipeline, I'm not going to select the enable GPU. I'll leave it as it is. Okay, and I'm going to hit on run now, and I'm going to click on create. Okay, so what happened? The train is now running. Do you see, like the job will run, right? It is saying running, the status is saying running. Now this might take around 13 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes based on the number of images you have kept in your data set. So this training might run for next 15 to 20 minutes. So I will pause here and wait for it to finish. Now you can see on my screen, the ML package train run is complete. This pipeline, if you go to the pipeline, you can see it says successful and it ran for so many seconds. It might take based on your internet speed and a lot of other things, right? So it will show you the duration, how much duration it took. So now it is successful. Now many times people might find issues. You might get an error called pipeline failed due to ML package issue. Even I had this problem when I was trying for the very first time. Even I had this problem wherein my training was failing with this error ML package issue. Now, if this happens, I'll tell you the solution. Why this happened? This happened because what I have done, this images folder I have not created. What I have done, I had directly kept all my images directly under the training or directly in the evaluation folder, and I was trying to run. And then what I have done, this error was coming. Then I read the documentation, then I understood the ML package requires your images in a particular format. The data set should be properly formatted. So what I have done, then I have created a training, and then inside that I have created a images folder in lowercase, and then inside that I have kept the images. That is how the issue has been fixed. Okay, same thing. If you look at my evaluation, I have got images folder and I have got a different set of images inside this 80-20% rule. There I have more, 80% of the images are there in the training, and after training you would like to evaluate whether the machine learning has been truly learned from the images or not. So I've kept some other type of images here. Now if this is supplied, it will understand, okay, based on my training, all the images now you are providing for the evaluation, whether they are approximately, properly detected or not, it will show you a confidence score. Let me show you, right? So you understood how to address this problem if the training fails. Let me go back to the AI Center. So training is done. Now I would like to evaluate, like you train a student, you would like to do an evaluation whether he understood or not correctly. Same way, we will do it for the machine learning. I have trained it. Now it is successful. Now I would like to get some score by testing it. Now for that, all you do hit on create new in the pipelines, create new. And this time I am going to select evaluation run. What I'm doing, evaluation run. I will give some name. I will similar ML PKG fruit, right? And I will say evaluate. Any name you like, you can give it, and you will say select the machine learning package, and then here you would select the version. An important part here, the minor version, every time you are training it, right, you would see from 0 there is another 1 has been added. So more number of times you train, the numbers will increase. So you select the top number, the next number. For training I have selected 23.2.0.0, and here you will be selecting 23.2.0.1. okay, it should be one higher, 1 point higher. And then here you would be selecting the dataset. Again, dataset, directly select the evaluation. Do not click on this and select the images. All you do, cancel this, click on this, and directly select the evaluation like you have done for the training. Done. And the same thing, I'm not going to make any changes to this, not going to enable the GPU, nothing. All I will do, hit on create. Now again, it is going to run for few more minutes, and then we are going to see once it is successful. After running for some time, you can see the evaluation is also got the status called successful, right? And here you would find something called score. If you slightly move to the right, you see something called score. So it has got the score of 0.208333 score. So more the highest the score is, right, it will be from 0 to, right, if it is 8, 9, so more the score is higher, it will be much better. Okay, now if you want to increase your score, you can train it several times. So here I got a score that should be fine for me, right? So I have got the training done. So what kind of trainings I have done? I have done the first, I have done the what kind of pipelines I have run. One, I have run the train run. The next, I have done the evaluation run. Both are successful. Now once this step is done, once the pipeline step is done, pipeline is more like running a job and checking how it performed. And we saw the evaluation has performed something like that. So your score could be a little higher, little lower. So if it is very low, you can try to run it again. Like that, you can try. Now once the training and the evaluation is complete, what is the next step? So next step below this is called ML skill. So ML skills means what? I can utilize this skill in my UiPath Studio. You can, like, once you have tested, you would like to publish it, right? Similar way, this is the ML skill. So go to the machine learning skills and go and click on create new. And here provide a name. So here I would say fruit. So this is very specific to fruit, it is trained, right? So it's a fruit image classification ML model, machine learning model. And I'm going to select the version, fruit image. I will select the version, choose the minor version. I would go with 1. Okay. And then all I have to do, here you have all the options, skill description you can provide, enable auto update, make ML skill public. You would like to, it will create a URL if you like to share it to everyone. So here I would just leave all the things as it is. Undeploy the skill after a period of inactivity. So all this I will leave it as it is, and I'm going to hit on create. So more like you are creating a process in orchestrator, right? So that you can use it, you can schedule it, you can run it, something like that, right? So here, you have your ML skill is ready, and here it is saying deploying. So this deploying might take some time. Here you have to wait until this is complete and the status changes to available. Okay, so wait for some time here until the status changes to available. After some time, the ML skill is now available. So once this is available, how can I use it on my studio? That is something we have to understand. Let me open a blank sequence on my UiPath Studio. Now in this, you require one activity called ML machine learning skill. What is the activity name? ML skill activity. Simply I'm going to drag and drop this ML skill activity. Okay, so this is the activity that you need called ML skills. And this ML skill is part of UiPath.ml services.activities. Okay, let me show you. By going to the project, you would find something called UiPath ML services.activities. In case you do not see this activity, go to manage packages, all packages, and type UiPath.ml services. Okay, so here you would find that UiPath.ml services activities. Simply go ahead and download this. So once you download this activity you will be able to find. Now in this activity here I would be selecting the robot. And here there are two options, robot and endpoint. Endpoint is like you already have created an API. You made your ML as a public and then you got an API. So that will probably next time I can show you. Right now let's go with robot. Now if you're going with this option, ensure your studio is connected to the orchestrated tenant where you have your ML created, right? So everything should be, your assistant should be created and you see a green symbol. So now my studio is connected. Now if it is connected, if you click on this drop down to show you what are the different models that are available. So just now what we have created, what is the name we had given? Image classification ML. Okay, sorry, fruit image classification. Let me check. I've created few more. So what is the ML skill name? Fruit image classification ML, right? So this is the ML which I would like to utilize. Fruit image classification ML model. You select that. Now once you select, this also has an option called test skill. Now how will you test whether your ML is working? Why did you create this? So that when I'm providing some extra images to him which he has never seen, the ML model, if you provide any apple, you are trained the data with apple, mango and strawberry. So let's say I'm going to download some image from the internet and then I'm going to supply it and I will see whether my model is detecting it or not. That is the testing you like to do, right? Now for that, let's go back to our folders where we have kept. Now all these images, the machine learning has already seen it. So we have to provide some image which the machine learning model has not seen it, right? So for that, you remember you have downloaded this fruit images from Kaggle. Go there. So there is a folder called test folder. And inside the test folder, you have multiple images of apple. So these are the images which the machine learning had not seen it yet. Okay, it has not seen it yet. So what I will do, I'll copy one of the image. Okay, I'll copy this apple image. I'll go to pictures folder and I'm going to create a new folder here just for testing purpose. Okay, testing, I'll say testing ML model. So in this, all I will do, I'll keep some random pictures. So I'll keep one apple image. Again, go back to that Kaggle site and I'll go to this test. So these two folders we have already used. I'll go to the test. I'll then pick one image of mango, maybe this. I'll copy this image and inside the where is that folder where I have created that test folder just now I created, right? Sorry, I should have created here the test folder under the picture called test ML model, and then I did not write it properly. It's fine. So I'm going to paste the very first image, let's say mango, and then I'll go back and copy let's say the apple image once again. Now copy this and go to pictures. Okay, replace this. I don't know why it is appearing now. And then I'll copy this mango image. So I'm keeping some three images. That's all. And the next thing I will do is I'll get one strawberry image. So this should be a different image, which the ML model might have not seen it. So I'll copy this, paste it. So let's say I've kept some 3 images. Now I would like to test whether the ML model is able to detect these images properly or not through my studio. Getting it? So you can keep more images for learning purpose. I'm just limiting. So I've selected the ML model, and then here I would provide the item, right, on which it's supposed to go and check. Now for that, before this ML activity, I'll use assign activity. Okay, and I will create a folder called a variable called images, and I will make this type as array of string. Okay, and here let me write a very simple expression. I will say directory dot get files, and then here I would pass that file path. So where I have kept all this, I think this is my test folder, right? So I'll pass this test folder path within double quote. Now this will go through all the files one by one. So this is the images, and after this I'm going to add a for each loop, and I'm going to loop through this array which contains the path of all the images. It will go through one by one. Now it goes the path. Now if you would like to test this, simply it's fine. I mean, this is pretty simple, right? It's going through looping through it, and inside this loop I'm going to keep this ML skill, and here this item I'm going to supply here as an input called item. Okay, so it will provide one path, and then the ML skill will test that what kind of image it has got, what, and it will give you a response. Now here the response I will write it as, I'll create a variable here called JResponse, create a variable called J or JSON response. Done. So now if you click on this panel, so JResponse is a string, simple string. So you have got a JResponse, encountered processing expression item open statement on diesel implicit conversion of object to string. Okay, so here the for each loop, ensure you have selected to string. Okay, so all looks good, and below this, because it is a string, first I will deserialize. It is a JSON string. Okay, so I'll deserialize this JSON string. So if you are not aware what is a JSON string, I have videos. Just type UiPath JSON, you would get my videos. You will understand all this logic. So here all I am doing, I'll simply use this variable JSON response, right? So the ML skills output would occur in this particular variable JResponse. Okay, output will happen in the JResponse variable. So all you have to do, simply use this JResponse variable, and here I am going to create the output of deserialization, which I would keep it as J object. Enter. Now this J object, let's print this J object first. So how that output comes, we will print it in a message box to keep it simple. So what is this J objects here? This is not the scope of the video to explain all this, because I have already created videos around JSON. You can see them, but again it's a pretty simple one. So let me first run this and show you. Save it, and I'm going to run this. So now my workflow will go to that particular directory. It will pick one image, and the machine learning model is working. Now the very first image it has detected as apple. Do you see here the message box is printing this? So J object means this is how it will print in JSON format. So you can see it has printed the output. The very first image is of apple, correct? What is the very first image? Correct, no? Apple only, then mango, then strawberry. So let's see if it is detecting the second one. If you click on OK, it will again loop, and then the second image it has detected mango with a confidence score of 90. Okay, now let me click on OK again. Now it has detected strawberry with a confidence score of 94. So anything above 90 is a good score, right? So it has detected. So strawberry, and you are right. If you evaluate, yeah, that is correct. So you can give more images like this in a folder, and you can see how it is performing. So now I can see it is successfully performing. It can detect all the images properly. The machine learning is able to detect all the images properly. Now it might happen you would like to simply, you don't want the confidence score, for example, you want only the name. So how do you do this? So here simply you saw that output, right? It was showing response and then it was showing the labels. So all you do with the J object, simply I can type response. It is case sensitive. Okay, if R is not capital, you should not write it. It was small, so I'm writing response, and then label was there, so I'll say label. So if you type like this, only the names will appear. If I'm going to run it, instead of that entire JSON string, only the fruit name will appear. So you can see first one is apple, um, mango, and the third one is strawberry. So you need the confidence score. Let's say the confidence score of this also you need. Then simply copy and paste. And instead of this, I did not look. I think it was confident. Let me see how it will appear. Uh, Let me show you. UiPath image classification. This is the machine learning model, right? So yeah, label, and this is called confidence. Okay, this is how it will appear. So simply type that. I thought it was confidence score. So the words has to be proper. Confidence. Okay, now what it is going to show? First it will show that, and it will also show you the confidence score. Let me run it again. So now you have successfully created a model, right? And you are using AI Center ML skills. So now you can see it has detected apple with a confidence score of 81. Mango, let's see the confidence score of 90. Right, strawberry with a confidence score 94. So you can do all the string manipulation and all that to print in single line and all that, you can do it. Now at the end, what you have learned, this is your very first project on AI Center, right? The very first thing, we have created data sets, we have selected the ML package, and then the pipelines, and then we have deployed the ML package, and finally we have used within the UiPath Studio, we have supplied a input folder, we have kept some test images which the machine learning model had not seen it prior to our during our training and evaluation. These are a separate set of images I provided, and then I tried running the ML package or the machine learning model within my studio, and it's shown you the output. Now the machine learning model is able to detect the images, right? And it is showing you the confidence score, the name of the image. So it is automatically detecting images. So now you have learned, you have created the very first project on AI Center, UiPath AI Center, and successfully you saw how the machine learnings behind the scene they are working and giving you output. So this is pretty interesting. I'm going to come up with more such videos. Continue to watch. Please do visit my channel and continue to stay updated with the new videos that I'm going to upload. Thank you guys. Let's meet once again.